Welcome to Now. I'm your host, Curtis Parody, bringing you the news happening in the world right now. Today I have to start off with an event that took place on Monday. Only an hour after recording Monday's show was I made aware of the tragedy that had struck those who were taking part in and watching the Boston Marathon. Though I'm not going to go into detail here, to fill you in on what I do know, 2 bombs went off near the finish line of the Boston Marathon on Monday, turning what was supposed to be a celebration into a scene of pure horror. It's reported that 3 people have died as the result of the attack, the youngest being a boy of the age of 8. 144 people are being treated for the injuries resulting from the attack. 17 of those are in critical condition and 25 others are in serious condition. At this time, it's believed the bombs were packed inside of pressure cookers and that there were more bombs found on the scene, though those did not go off. President Obama quickly put together a press conference to talk about the event, stating that any responsible individuals, any responsible groups will feel the full weight of justice. He went on to add that Boston is a tough and resilient town and that Americans will stand by Bostonians every single step of the way. My heart goes out to all of those who've been affected. If you'd like to learn more about this topic, CNN has put together a very in-depth article about it, which includes many videos from the event, the president's address, and reporters on the ground. You can find that in the description below with all of the others. So it's very hard to transition away from a topic like that, especially considering the typical feel of this show, but with the size of the attack and the number of people asking me to talk about it, ignoring it was never an option. So from tragedy on Monday, let's recap an online event that happened on Tuesday. The great people over at the Sims division of EA held a live stream yesterday to talk about the upcoming Sims expansion pack, Island Paradise, and show off some other cool packs coming this year. Starting with Island Paradise, we got a look into the world of managing a resort in the game, and I'm pretty surprised with the amount of detail they placed into this aspect. There are many different aspects to running a resort in your game, and they're all controlled from the new front desk. From hiring maintenance workers to customizing workers' clothing, all of this can be set at the front desk, and you can even check the current rating of your resort to ensure that guests are having a happy time. These resorts are built on community lots, but they're owned by individual Sims. Though, like community lots before them, there are some rabbit hole items that are placed on resort lots. There are some pretty cool new improvements coming to the game, starting with Blueprint mode. This has been updated to include pools and hotel rooms. The new pool tool allows you to create a cool looking pool in no time at all. It's fast and easy. The room tool is the same way. These are pre-built hotel rooms that guests can stay in if they wish, and it's easy to build them just by plopping down the blueprint and then returning to play mode. No need to mess around with furnishings, wallpaper, or even the room layout. Another fun thing they showed off was the new greeting that Sims can do in Island Paradise called Shakabra, which looks a lot like the hang loose thing. At least I think it's the hang loose gesture. I really have no idea. You know what? We'll look it up on Wikipedia. Okay, here we go. Boom! It's actually the shaka sign, commonly known as the hang loose. It's a gesture often associated with the Hawaiian and surfer culture. So it fits in quite well there. But besides talking about Island Paradise, the team also talked about the upcoming stuff pack for the game called the Movie Stuff Pack, which will bring a lot of movie-themed items into your game. That will be coming out in September, and more information about it will be available in the future. The last item that the team talked about was a new world coming to the Sims online store called Dragon Valley. This new world, like the name implies, is very medieval themed, with new clothing and items to make your Sims feel like they've gone back to the medieval times. A cool new part that they showed off appears to be a pet dragon. Though no information about this has been released yet, my assumption is that it's either a pet, though it would require the pet's expansion pack, or it's an item animal like the hamster, which you buy in the build buy mode, and then your Sim would just carry it around with them. This entire world screams The Sims Medieval, which, if you remember a few years ago, was actually a separate game for The Sims, though that didn't pan out too well. More information about Dragon Valley will be coming out in the future, and don't forget, Island Paradise will be hitting the physical and virtual shelves on June 25th of this year. Next, there's been a lot of new information surfacing around Google Glass within the past few days, so since I'm such a huge Glass fan, let's run over some of the information that has surfaced online. With the first of the Google Glass Explorer editions arriving, Google has posted its very first user guide for Glass online, which outlines the functionality of Glass and how to use it. From the interesting tilt to wake feature, which actually allows you to tilt your head up to wake up Glass, to the bone conducting speaker system, which uses a pad resting against your head that vibrates, causing your inner ear to vibrate, creating sound within it without needing to actually create sound outside in the air. Basically what this means is that Glass could talk to me personally without sending audio out to everyone else around me. So basically if you were standing right beside me, you wouldn't be able to hear it. The device does, though, need to be in contact with your skull for it to work. Google has also announced the new My Glass app, which allows you to set up Google Glass and change settings on it right from your smartphone. Bad news, though, for iPhone users like myself. If you own one of these, the My Glass app is not currently available for it. It's only on Android. One would assume that Google is working to bring the app to iPhone, but hey, if they don't, that would be one big reason for me personally to move to Android. And last, because the devices are already shipping out to people, the inevitable has already happened. Someone has unboxed Glass using glass. Yes, the world of unboxing videos just got that much better. Videos are appearing online of people who have the device, and the one that stood out to me the most was this one because it looks like a first-person racing game, which is kind of cool. And just think about this, unlike the GoPro or any other action camera, you can simply start a Google Hangout with Glass, which maybe broadcast that straight to YouTube, and boom, everyone can come along for a race with you. How sweet is that? The Explorer editions of Glass are shipping out right now, and it will be available to the public at the latter part of this year. But hey, if you can't wait that long and you have a bit of money lying around, you could bid on one right now on eBay. Yes, a pair of Glass has already appeared on eBay, and its current bid is just over $90,000. So if you really want one of these freaking things, then this is an option. Or of course you could save up just a bit more money and buy like an Audi R8, which is only like $20,000 more. In the end, I think Glass could prove to be a huge player in the future for Google, because if you think about it, they're the only name in heads-up display technology right now, and having this first could mean a lot for them in the future. There are links to the Google Glass videos that I showed off today in the description below with all of the other topics. So jumping back to the story about the Sims 3 announcements, I want to know, what are you most looking forward to? Island Paradise, the movie Stuff Pack, or Dragon Valley? Arrange them from 1 to 3 because I would love to know. You can tell me all of this in the comment section below, or of course you can always let me know on my Facebook page, through Twitter, or on Google+. Links to all that and the other topics I talked about in today's episode in the description below, along with the always amazing subscribe button. So until next time, I'm Curtis Parody, and be safe out there. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. You can of course check out more videos that I create by clicking on them below. Check out Now for the latest news happening in the world right now, Paradise Gaming for some fun gameplay videos, or of course my personal vlog channel to see what I'm doing outside of my studio. Also, if you're interested in supporting the show and getting some new clothes for yourself, just like this shirt, you can pick up this one if you want. Check out the store at thecurtisparodystore.ca. Bye everyone.